So, in my last video, I talked about the 1964 classic Mary Poppins. Now, let me talk about the movie that I think is superior to it. Mary Poppins Returns, another 2018 sequel, like just Incredibles 2, which I also recently talked about. I really love this movie. This is a guilty pleasure, but also just a pleasure of mine. I love this movie so much, and yes, a lot of it stems from nostalgia. I must admit that. This movie is very nostalgic. This and Toy Story 4 were kind of like younger me in 2018, 2019. Like, they were the two movies that I was looking forward to the most. And I have great memories of seeing this with my grandparents and my parents in Petaluma, California. But let's actually talk about the movie itself. Enough about my own personal memories. But this movie is set sometime after the original Mary Poppins, which took place in 1910. This movie takes place during the Great Depression, and the Banks kids are obviously now all grown up, and so Mary returns to help bring a little happiness into their life. First off, let me just say that this is a beautiful message, and it makes for some great emotional moments. The original Mary Poppins had a really strong emotional core. This movie, I feel like, has a stronger emotional core. Strong as the one in the original is, but yeah, I like the role that the grown-up Banks kids play. I think that they're really good, and the actors, Ben Whishaw and Emily Mortimer, are very good. But other than that, the whimsical stuff in this movie, which is, what most people come for, is really good. The Royal Dalton Bowl scene is probably one of my favorite scenes in Disney history, and the Topsy-Turvy is just really, really good, and I really love that scene. Meryl Streep is great as Topsy. The Triple O Light Fantastic scene is good. I don't know if it's as good as Step in Time, but it is still good. And also, this movie is also good as a sequel. Not only does it expand meaningfully, it also somewhat expands on the themes of the original, but also it offers a lot of new things, while also having, nostalgic callbacks to the original. The music in this movie, before I forget, is also a banger. A lot of people complain about it. I don't personally understand why, because I think that these are great, imitations of the Sherman Brothers, and on par with them, even. And they're really, really good songs. Specifically, A Cover's Not the Book and Can You Imagine That are two of my favorites. The score is also really good. It incorporates whimsy and also, an element of sadness. And yeah. Visual effects in this are also good. The CG it's called Under the Sea, but yeah, Can You Imagine That scene? The Royal Dalton Bowl is really good and a great takeoff of Jolly Holiday, and really has some great new technological stuff. The Nowhere to Go But Up scene is really good, and I especially love the song. And even smaller whimsical moments like the Magic Papers are really good. And yeah, this movie is very fun, but it also is very thought-provoking and emotional. Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda are great in, the two main roles. And, yeah, Jack is a really good stand-in for Bert, and a nice expansion on Bert. A more modern version of Bert. And, yeah, again, the story about, finding fun is really good. And, yeah, also, this movie is more faithful to the books. And they talk about this in some, the making of documentaries, but the books have a very strong theme of, when children grow up, they forget about the whimsy, and so this movie obviously covers that. But also, in terms of, Mary Poppins' character, it also is very faithful to her more stern and, I don't want to say condescending nature in the book. Also, the new kids they introduce are very good. Yes, they are kind of generic, but they're still good, and, again, great, substitutes for Jane and Michael. But, yeah, honestly, this might be my favorite, if not one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And again, I do think that it's better than the original Mary Poppins, but I don't think the original Mary Poppins is bad. Again, see my video on that. But, yeah, I think this movie just does everything really well, and you can clearly tell that the people making it and starring it are very passionate about the original Mary Poppins movie, and I really hope they do a third movie, because, yeah, I really don't understand the criticism of this movie either, because, yeah, it's it's a good movie, and obviously nostalgic people will hate on anything, but I think that this does pay its respects to the original and the original books very, very well, and I do think this is a movie that, as much as P.L. Travers could like something, P.L. Travers would have liked it. The set design is also very, very good in this. But yeah, everything, and also the villain, the big bad Colin Firth banker guy, is really good. I like the Dick Van Dyke cameo at the end, as well as the cameo from Jane's old actress. And the climax is really action-packed and fun. This movie also has some good, action. There's some pretty fun stuff that happens action-wise in the Royal Dalton Bowl scene, and, again, in the climax where they turn back time, which I think is a really fun, whimsical idea. So yeah, this movie is really good.